is Rose Petruzzi. I'm very honored to be here tonight. Thank you, Pat, for inviting me. My name is Rose Petruzzi. I'm very honored to be here, and what I will be reading is The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. It was first written in 1971, and when I reread it, I was struck by how little we actually learned from it. Why was this book banned? The Lorax was banned in parts of the United States for being an allegorical political commentary. Specifically, it was banned in Laytonville, California school district on the grounds that this book criminalizes the forest industry. Nothing has changed, though, and the government is still selling out the people and the land, all in the name of big business. This is somebody's blog, but sorry for that. But anyway, I also did a quick little Google search and found in 2008, USA Today had discussed the controversy, not in great depth, but one wonderful byproduct of the controversy is that there was a foundation created between Dr. Seuss Enterprises and Random House, basically to support conservation around the world to enhance critical activities needed to protect the real-life Lorax forests. So that's somewhat encouraging, but as we all know, we're maybe even beyond the tipping point. And at this point, given our problems with water, rain, and our subsequent dilemmas with it, I think we really need to pay attention. So with that, I don't think I can read the whole book, and I was trying to time it out, but I'm going to start here. I don't know if you all know the story, but it's pretty typical in our day and age. A big factory comes in and kind of ravages our resources. So we're going to start the Thneeds. Are you familiar with the Thneeds? We'll start somewhere in the middle. It says, "I mean no harm. I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory, I biggered my roads, I biggered my wagons, I biggered the loads. Of the Thneeds I shipped out, I was shipping them forth, to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. And I went right on biggering, selling more Thneeds, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs." And again he came back. Now that's the Lorax right here. This is the guy that the factory owner isn't quite enthralled with. This is the Lorax right here. And he says, "Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes. Then the old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. 'I am the Lorax,' he coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled and he snargled and he sniffed. 'Onceler,' he cried with a cruffless croak, 'Onceler, you're making such a smoggless smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat.'" I love the drawings. "And so," said the Lorax, "please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here." How many times have we seen this already? "What's more," snapped the Lorax, his dander was up, "let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup and sloppity-slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old onceler man, you." lumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off, oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary, in search of some water that isn't so smeary. Isn't that awful? Fish having to walk for water? It's terrible. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, "Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, and say bad, bad, bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, and turning more truffula trees into thneeds, which everyone needs." Yeah. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall. The very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more thneeds, no more work to be done. So in no time, my uncles and aunts, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. He gave me a very sad, sad, backward glance as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. And that's where I'd like